Hi folks, how you doing? My name is Marc Gallagher. I am a musician based in Crewe. I've been playing music for well over 10 years probably, and recently I got a massive kick at loving tiny amps, both as a practice tool and also because it's so cute and dainty and sweet and all of those adjectives. I thought, I got on a kick about a few months ago where I just needed not just one, but I wanted one of a few different brands. I'm satisfied that my collection is now pretty much complete, and I thought it would make for a fun video to compare them with each other. What I'm going to do is talk through the various models that I've got, and then we'll do a sound sample with my Strat, going through all of them. We'll try them all at the 12 o'clock test, and then I'll try dialing some tones in to see which one you guys like the best. So, taking a look at what we have here. First one that I bought was this little Vox one. Actually, the unit is like just this tiny thing that you plug directly into your guitar, and then you plug your headphones into the top of this. However, I told the shop of my needs, and they explained they've got this extension cab, and here's what we have. This one, it's great. You've got two sources of power here, so two things to put batteries in, but so you turn on the head and then the cab itself. This has got your gain, volume, and tone. This one has 3 channels: a clean, a crunch, and a more aggressive drive, and it's also got a variety of effects to go through. We'll talk about those later on. Next one we have is the Marshall one, Marshall MS2C. This is just volume and tone. This one is just a switch for on and off, or you can also switch it to the overdrive channel. So it's got 2 channels, clean, overdrive, and then just the volume and tone. We've got the orange one. This one, similar in operation as well. It's just 2 channels, your clean and overdrive, 2 knobs, volume and tone respectively. However, this one also boasts a tuner as well, which I think is quite a nice touch. And then lastly here, we've got the Fender. Fender have a variety of these mini amps. The one I've personally gone with is the MD20, the Mini Deluxe. So this one sort of modeled after their Hot Rod kind of series of amps. And it's got your volume, your tone, and a drive knob as well. So your gain, basically. So no separate channel switch. You just try and break up the amp naturally, like you would do with nice valve amps. So what we're going to do is firstly the 12 o'clock test, where I just put everything at 12 o'clock and we'll have a little go through. I'm going to use my Strat for this, and I'm going to keep the pickup the same pretty much until we start, for this portion of the test at least. We'll go on the neck pickup for this, and we'll start with the Fender. Next one we'll look at is the orange. Firstly, you're going to start it off both knobs at 12 o'clock on the clean channel. Now with the overdrive. Next one is the Marshall one. No, your ears aren't deceiving you. Yes, it's really that quiet. I'm not sure if it's a battery thing or turning the overdrive on. Next one we're going to look at is the Vox on the clean channel. Then I'm going to do the crunch one. And lastly, the overdrive. Okay, next part of this video is going to be looking at the amps individually and dialing tones in. We've looked at the 12 o'clock test with everything sort of in a neutral position, but let's try and spend some time getting the amps to be the best that they can be. So firstly, bringing the drive right down on that. And get some nice clean out of that. That's no drive at all. Volume's still at 12 o'clock there. I've just put a little bit of gain in to give this sort of like edge of breakup kind of thing going on. Pull the tone a bit more. Got a nice bit of brightness there. If I was to back the tone off a little bit more to like 10 o'clock sort of way. So yeah, I think that one really suits this sort of clean-ish kind of tone. If I was to try and dime it a bit more, going back to, let's pull the drive up to, I don't know, 2 o'clock and the volume to maybe 10. It's a bit muddy, bit fuzzy. I think the amp kind of works best when you're not pushing it too much in the gain. Okay, so the Marshall thing that stood out in that 12 o'clock test was just how quiet it was on the clean channel. So you've still got that breakup, unfortunately, coming when you, on the clean channel, you just bring the volume right up. I don't think it's a battery issue. I mean, I'm happy to change the battery and see how I feel. But also, all of these amplifiers, they also take 9-volt power. So if you have like a pedal board, you can also power it from just that or from various adapters. So they take like mains power of 9 volts. Pull the tone off a bit and see if we can make it better. Nope. Bring it up. Right, let's go to overdrive and see what can make it work. can get a little bit of something, but mostly it's just sort of like this fuzz. Right, next one for dialing in some tones, we've got the orange one. So take the volume back a little. Get some a bit cleaner. Let's pull tone up to about 3 o'clock. I quite like that as just a simple, clean one. Not too much high end there. Right, tone is on full. Bring it down. Right, let's gain it up a bit more. Volume at 3 o'clock. So that's on the clean channel. Right, overdrive gets pretty messy. The tone control does quite have an impact on the volume, the perceived loudness of this. Oh, that's nice. So I've got tone on 3 o'clock, volume about 10, and that gives a... Cool, that's the way to make that work, but I think I prefer it when you go into the clean mode and you just push it. I think I prefer that better than doing something more aggressive on the overdrive channel, but your mileage may vary. Okay, next thing is the Vox, so let's take the tone and put that right up. Gain. And then volume up a bit more to about 7 out of 10. Yeah, that's nice. That's a good little thing on the clean. So, looking at the effects, you've got a little switch here which turns on this sort of like chorus. Next one, delay. And then you've got a reverb. Obviously you don't have any controls on the effects themselves, but considering this is the only tiny amp we've looked at today that actually has any of those, I don't mind in the slightest. So yeah, that's on our clean channel. Let's go to our regular channel. Sorry, go to our crunch. Let's volume right up, put the gain down a bit more to about 3. More gain. Okay, so it starts to break up in a slightly unflattering way when you kind of push it that hard, so let's pull it back a bit. And then the crunch one, well, the overdrive one. let's take the tone back a bit more so it's less brittle. Let's gain it up a bit more, but compensate with the volume. Volume's at 5, the gain's about 5 as well. More gain. Don't need the reverb for that. Let's go with more volume. Nice. So that brings our test to a conclusion. We've had a look at the 12 o'clock test, and we've looked at sort of like bringing the best out of these amps. My thoughts. So if I was to rank them, so like 4th to 1st. So 4th place clearly for me is the Marshall. I'm hoping it's not just a battery issue, but like this was just crap. Like there was not much output at all. It was, yeah, generally poor performance, and you're just really paying for the name. This was easily the worst part of it. 3rd place I'd put would probably be the Fender. This is nice on some clean tones, but when it starts breaking up, it's really unsatisfying in terms of how it breaks up. So it can be a bit on the washy side. My 2nd place would probably be the Orange, because of just some of the nice crunches I was able to get without going into the overdrive. I enjoyed like the substance that this had. And then the favorite for me, far and away, is the Vox one. It's got more power. It pushes more. Its feature set is great. It's got 3 channels instead of 2 for most of these. It's got your effects. It makes for a really lovely thing to play with and practice with. And I really adore this tiny amp. But let me know what you guys thought. Which was your favorite, and yeah, do you have any tiny amps? Do you consider getting any tiny amps? Let me know in the comments. Until next time, you can follow me at Marc Gallagher Music on YouTube or Facebook or wherever, and I'll catch you next time.